Hi, it's Miss Blumer with Healthy Bodies, Healthy Minds. Today we're going to talk about school lunches. Today you get to pretend to be a food service evaluator and you get to decide whether 4 sample lunches meet the standards set forth by the federal government. So let's see what those USDA regulations are. And a regulation is just another word for a rule. All right, so let's take a look at what the USDA requires. And if you see there the My Plate reminds us that on our lunch tray, we need to have fruits, vegetables, grain, protein, and dairy. So for fruits and vegetables, let's see, what is the rule? What is the requirement? On your lunch tray, you need to have 1 fruit and 1 vegetable, or you could take 2 fruits, or you could take 2 vegetables. So when you're going through the lunch line and you have the food service workers reminding you to take those fruits and vegetables, they're doing that because those are required. You have to have those. And these are some of the fruits and vegetables that you might have at school: apples, oranges, corn, broccoli, blueberries, or grapes. And fruits and vegetables provide us with vitamins, minerals, and fiber. And it's really important to eat a variety of colors. So I want you to think about the rainbow when you are eating your fruits and vegetables. Make sure you eat every color of the rainbow for your fruits and vegetables. The same color fruits and vegetables usually have the same vitamins and minerals. So if you eat a variety like the rainbow, you will get all the vitamins and minerals that fruits and vegetables have to offer. And it's also a fun way to try something new. Think about a color you might not have tried before and pick a fruit or vegetable of that color. You can make a game out of it. Alrighty, next up is the grains group. Now, each school lunch has to have 1 grain. Okay. And grains give us carbohydrates for energy, so it keeps our bodies moving. It's like our fuel. All right, let's see here. Here are some grains: bread, pasta, rice, and buns. Can you think of some more? I was thinking my favorite's not on there. My favorite grain is bagels. I love bagels. All right, now protein. What is required for protein for your school lunch? Each school lunch is required to have 1 protein, and protein gives you iron for your blood and energy and protein to help you grow. And also, protein for school lunch can be any of these. It could be a meat, poultry, which is chicken. It could be fish, dried beans and peas, eggs, or nuts. And at school, cheese or yogurt can be substituted in place of a protein because dairy is also a good source of protein. There's protein in that. And here are some examples of proteins. We've got our peanut butter or nut butter. We've got a burger patty. We've got salmon, which that's raw. You would probably cook that before you eat it. And we've got these dried beans over here. And if you've ever had baked beans or refried beans or beans in chili, those are the kind of beans that have lots of protein in them. And finally, we have dairy. Now, dairy at school has to be, you have to have 1 low-fat or fat-free milk on your lunch tray. Milk gives us calcium for strong bones, and it also gives us protein, which we know helps us grow. And here is our glass of milk. And at school, your dairy has to be low fat or no fat. So like 1%, 0.5%. That no fat milk, that's also called skim milk. All right, so let's see. Now that you're an expert on all of the things that need to be on your lunch tray, I am going to give you some different lunches, and you are going to have to decide whether it meets the requirements or if it doesn't. So we're going to do pass or fail. All right. So I'm going to tell you, each school lunch must have 2 fruits or 2 vegetables, or 1 fruit and 1 vegetable. We know that. We need 1 grain. We need 1 protein, which could be meat, poultry. Remember, that's chicken, fish, dried beans, peas, eggs, or nuts, or it could be cheese and yogurt because they have protein in them. And also you have to have a low fat or fat-free milk. All right. So our first school lunch that we are going to think about today, we have a hamburger on a bun with lettuce and tomato, fruit salad, and whole milk. So let's think for a minute. Does this school lunch have 2 fruits, 2 vegetables, or a fruit and a vegetable? Let's look. We have lettuce and tomato, which are our vegetables, and we have fruit salad, which is our fruit. So that has a fruit and a vegetable, doesn't it? Do we have a protein? Yes, if you said the hamburger, you were correct. How about a grain? Do we have a grain? Yes, the hamburger bun. How about low fat or fat-free milk? All right. If you said that this was a fail, you were right because whole milk has a little bit too much fat in it for schools to provide for you. You can have whole milk at home, but at school it has to be low fat. All right, we're going to look at lunch number 2. All right, let's see. Does this meet the standards? We have vegetable soup, an egg salad sandwich, an apple, and fat-free milk. Let's think. All right, so 2 fruits, 2 vegetables, or a fruit and a vegetable. What do we think? All right, we've got the vegetable soup. That's our vegetable. And we have an apple. That's our fruit. Okay, that's the first 2. Do we have a grain? All right, so think about your egg salad sandwich. Your bread is going to be your grain. Very good. How about a protein? This one's tricky. Yes, the eggs in egg salad. That's protein. And do we have a low fat or fat-free milk? Yes, we do. So this one is a pass. So if you got that lunch at school, that would be a well-balanced meal. All right, lunch number 3. I like this lunch. Take a listen to what's in this one. Cheese pizza with sausage, onions, mushroom, and pineapple chunks. I'm getting hungry just thinking about that pizza. And low-fat milk. So if at school you got a slice of pizza and a milk, is this a healthy lunch? Do we have 2 fruits, 2 vegetables, or 1 of each? Yes, we have fruit and vegetable on our pizza, don't we? We've got pineapple. We also have onions and mushrooms. All right, do we have a grain? Yes, our pizza crust. How about protein? Yes, we have the sausage, and remember, cheese can have protein in it too, so we've got the cheese. And do we have a low-fat milk? Yes, we do. So this is a pass. So if this was your lunch at school, that one would have passed. And finally, lunch number 4. Let's see. We have orange slices, a waffle, bacon, and fat-free milk. All right, so let's start from the bottom. Do we have a fat-free milk? Yes, we do. Do we have a protein? Yes, we have bacon. How about a grain? Yes, a waffle is a grain. Very good. How about 2 fruits, 2 vegetables, or 1 of each? No, we only have orange slices. So this one is a fail. How could we have made it a pass? What could we have done to make that pass? Yep, we could have added a fruit or we could have added a vegetable of some sort. So yeah, that would have been a pass if it had one more item. It sounds delicious though, doesn't it? All right, well, thanks for joining me today. I hope you had fun being a food service evaluator. Next time you look at your school lunch menu, make sure it meets all the requirements. Have a nice day. Bye.
Hi friends! Today we're going to be doing a Fitbit called Veggies and Verbs. Did you know that in order to stay healthy and to be strong, you need to be doing lots of physical activity? You also need to be eating lots of healthy things like fruits and vegetables. Half of your plate should be fruits and vegetables when you are eating your meals. And if you aren't able to get all of your fruits and vegetables in during your meals, you could be eating fruits and vegetables during your snacking times. So first things first, what is a verb? You might have learned about this in your English or your reading class. Yeah, a verb is a word that shows action like jump, hop, balance, twirl. Those are all verbs. So I'm going to get the camera set up so that you can see me, and we are going to go ahead and get started with our fun Fitbit today. Come on, let's go. Okay, it's time for veggies and verbs. Our first verb is twirl, and the vegetable that goes with it, I'm going to say tomato because they both start with T. So let's go. We're going to twirl. All right, there's 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm starting to get dizzy. I'm going to go back the other way. 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness, that made me a little dizzy. All right, going to pause. We're going to go on to our next one in just a second. Okay, our next verb is balance. We're going to balance first on one foot and then on the other. Can you think of a vegetable that starts with a B, like balance? Yeah, broccoli. Okay, so we're going to balance first on this foot. This is my left foot, so we're going to balance 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, now let's balance on our right foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, whoa, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, you know, Miss Blumer has a knee injury, so balancing on that leg kind of made me want to tip over, but we got through it, didn't we? All right, let's think of another one. Okay, this time my verb is march. You know, like soldiers march in place. And let's think of a vegetable that starts with an M. How about mushrooms? We'll do mushrooms march. Ready? We're going to march for 20 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get your arms going. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right. Okay, our next verb is lean. And let's think of a vegetable that starts with an L. How about lettuce? I like that one. Okay, so for lean, I'm going to hold on to something. Maybe you have a chair or a couch or a table next to you. You're going to hold on to it and you're going to lean. And I'm going to balance with this one also. I'm going to lift one foot up. So we're going to lean for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, now I'm going to lean to the right. I'm going to hold on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How about we lean forward? See how far we can go without tipping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And lean backwards. I'm going to hold on to the desk here, but you can hold on to whatever, or maybe you can try leaning without holding, but don't fall down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. And our final verb is climb, like we're climbing a ladder. Can you think of a vegetable that starts with a C? How about carrots? All right, let's climb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, that was fun. Okay, so remember, to be healthy, it's very important to be active every day. And right now, it might be cold out where you are, it might be hot. But it's important to get outside if you can. But if you can't, you can do exercises just like this right in your living room. All right, I'll see you next time. I hope you had fun. Bye.
Gregory the Terrible Eater by Mitchell Charmat, illustrated by Jose Arugo and Ariane Dewey. For Andrew and the goat who tried to eat his coat. Once there was a goat named Gregory. Gregory liked to jump from rock to rock, kick his legs into the air, and butt his head against walls. "I'm an average goat," said Gregory. But Gregory was not an average goat. Gregory was a terrible eater. Every time he sat down to eat with his mother and father, he knew he was in for trouble. "Would you like a tin can, Gregory?" asked Mother Goat. "No, thanks," said Gregory. "How about a nice box, a piece of rug, and a bottle cap?" asked Father Goat. "Bah!" said Gregory unhappily. "Well, I think this is a meal fit for a goat," said Mother Goat as she chewed on an old shoe. "It certainly is," said Father Goat as he ate a shirt, buttons and all. "I don't know why you're such a fussy eater, Gregory." "I'm not fussy," said Gregory. "I just want fruits, vegetables, eggs, fish, bread, and butter. Good stuff like that." Mother Goat stopped eating the shoe. "Now what kind of food is that, Gregory?" she asked. "It's what I like," said Gregory. "It's revolting," said Father Goat.
He wiped his mouth with his napkin. After Gregory was excused from the table, Father Goat said, "Gregory is such a terrible eater." "I wonder what's wrong with him," said Mother Goat. Mother and Father Goat ate their evening newspaper in silence. The next morning, Mother and Father Goat were enjoying a pair of pants and a coat for breakfast. Gregory came to the table. "Good morning, Gregory," said Father and Mother Goat. "Good morning," said Gregory. "May I have some orange juice, cereal, and bananas for breakfast, please?" "Oh, no," Mother Goat said. "Do have some of this nice coat." "Take a bite out of these pants," said Father Goat. "Bah," said Gregory, and he left the table. Father Goat threw down his napkin. "That does it," he said. "Gregory just isn't eating right. We must take him to the doctor." Father and Mother Goat took Gregory to the doctor. Dr. Ram was munching on a few pieces of cardboard. "What seems to be the trouble?" he asked. "Gregory is a terrible eater," said Mother Goat. "We've offered him the best, shoes, boxes, magazines, tin cans, coats, pants, but all he wants are fruits, vegetables, eggs, fish, orange juice, and other horrible things." "What do you have to say about all of this, Gregory?" asked Dr. Ram. "I want what I like," said Gregory. "Makes sense," said Dr. Ram. He turned to Mother and Father Goat. "I've treated picky eaters before," he said. "They have to develop a taste for good food slowly. Try giving Gregory one new food each day until he eats everything." That night for dinner, Mother Goat gave Gregory spaghetti and a shoelace and tomato sauce. "Not too bad," said Gregory. The next day she gave him string beans and a rubber heel cut into small pieces. "The meal was good and rubbery," said Gregory. The day after that, Mother Goat said, "We have your favorite today, vegetable soup. But there's one condition. You also have to eat the can." "Okay," said Gregory. "What's for dessert?" "Ice cream," said Father Goat, "but you have to eat the box too." "Yummy," said Gregory. "I'm proud of you," said Father Goat. "You're beginning to eat like a goat." "I'm learning to like everything," said Gregory. One evening, Father Goat asked, "Has anyone seen my striped necktie?" "Not since breakfast," said Mother Goat. "Come to think of it, I haven't seen my sewing basket lately. I left it in the living room after supper last night." Father Goat turned to Gregory. "Gregory, have you been eating between meals?" "Yes," said Gregory. "I can't help it. Now I like everything." "Well," said Mother Goat, "it's all right to eat like a goat, but you shouldn't eat like a pig." "Okay," said Gregory. After Gregory went to bed, Mother Goat said, "I'm afraid Gregory will eat my clothes hamper." "Yes, and then my toolkit will be next," said Father Goat. "He's eating too much. We have to do something about it." The next evening, just before supper, Mother and Father Goat went to the town dump. They brought home 8 flat tires, a 3-piece foot of barber pole, a broken violin, and half a car. They piled everything in front of Gregory's sandbox. When Gregory came home for supper, he said, "What's all that stuff in the yard?" "Your supper," said Father Goat. "It all looks good," said Gregory. Gregory ate the tires and the violin. Then he slowly ate the barber pole. But when he started in on the car, he said, "I've got a stomach ache. I have to lie down." Gregory went to his room. "I think Gregory ate too much junk," said Father Goat. "Let's hope so," said Mother Goat. All night Gregory tossed and twisted and moaned and groaned. The next morning he went down for breakfast. "What would you like for breakfast today, Gregory?" asked Father Goat. "Scrambled eggs and 2 pieces of waxed paper and a glass of orange juice," said Gregory. "That sounds just about right," said Mother Goat. And it was. The end. Hi, friends. I hope you had fun today reading Gregory the Terrible Eater with me. In the story, Gregory was really reluctant to try new things at first, wasn't he? But then when he tried new things, he learned that he liked them, and that's important to remember. Oh, and another thing to remember, don't eat too much junk. I hope you enjoyed the book today. I'll see you next time. Bye! Hi, friends. Today we're going to be making a recipe called Rainbow Coleslaw. It's called Rainbow Coleslaw because we're going to have green cabbage, we're going to have purple cabbage, we're going to include orange carrots, and a red bell pepper, and some more purple. We're going to use an onion. We're also going to put some orange cheese in there. So, did you know that it's important to eat all the different colors of the rainbow when you are eating your fruits and vegetables? Because different colored fruits and vegetables have different colored vitamins and minerals in them. So if you're only eating red, you're only getting the vitamins that are in red fruits and vegetables. So make sure you're varying your colors every day, and it's a fun way to try new foods. So come on, I'll show you how to make it.
For this recipe, you will need 2 cups of thinly sliced red cabbage, 2 cups of thinly sliced green cabbage, 1/2 cup chopped yellow or red bell pepper, 1/2 cup of shredded carrots, 1 tablespoon of red wine vinegar, 1/4 teaspoon of celery seed, optional, 1/2 cup low-fat cheddar cheese, 1/2 cup chopped red onion, and 1/2 cup of fat-free mayonnaise. When I started the recipe, I realized that I only had baby carrots, so I put them into my food processor and ran them for a couple of seconds until they were shredded. You also could do this with a cheese grater, or you could simply cut them with a knife. The store also sells them shredded if you'd like to go that route. As you can see, using the food processor didn't shred the carrots, it more minced them, but they'll work. When choosing cabbage at the grocery store, make sure to choose firm cabbage heads that feel heavy and are tightly packed. When you're done using your cabbage, if you have any left over, you can store it in the refrigerator in a plastic bag for about a week. And before you use the cabbage, make sure you pull off the outer leaves. You can throw those away. You're going to chop this very fine and be very careful to keep your fingers up above the knife. You are also going to repeat this with the purple cabbage. As you can see, this one is very tightly packed and it is a beautiful purple color. Did you know that you can eat cabbage raw without putting it into a salad or anything? Raw cabbage leaves are very sweet and crunchy. So if you want to give it a try when you are chopping your cabbage, pull off a leaf and give it a little nibble and see if you like it. The next ingredient in our recipe is 1/2 of a bell pepper. If you slice it open, you are going to want to be sure to pull out the seeds and the insides. You're going to slice it into thin strips. Once again, be very careful, your fingers are out of the way. You're going to dice it into small dices and set that aside. The next ingredient on our list is this beautiful purple onion. You're going to cut the top and the bottom off of it, and you're going to peel off that thick outer skin. You can throw that part away. And we only need half of this onion, so we're going to cut it in half. And you're going to slice the long way first, and then turn it, and you're going to slice the short way, and this is what's called dicing. And you're going to chop those up nice and small and set those aside. Now for the sauce, you are going to take 1/2 cup of mayonnaise. Make sure that you get low fat. You're going to put that in a bowl. You're going to pour in a tablespoon of red wine vinegar and 1/4 teaspoon of celery salt. I did not have celery salt, so I substituted pepper. You can substitute any spice that your family likes. Mine likes pepper, so that's what we went with. And you're going to mix that together until it's nice and smooth. And you're going to set that aside. You're going to pour it on top of your coleslaw in just a minute. Now it is time to mix. We are going to measure in 2 cups of our green shredded cabbage. You will then measure in 2 cups of your purple shredded cabbage. You're going to pour in your half of the red bell pepper, your half cup of carrots. You're going to put in your onions and your cheese, and then take your mixture, mayonnaise mixture, and pour that on top. And then using a spoon, you're going to mix it until it is well combined. Make sure you get that salad dressing on all of the pieces. That's going to make it taste so yummy. Once you've got your salad mixed, you're going to put it in the refrigerator and let it chill, because this salad is perfect cold. You can bring this to a party or just serve it for dinner. This is a perfect way to get in a healthy serving of vegetables. For this and many other healthy recipes, please visit mihotm.recipes.